we are 40 years old today, this year. So 1971, group of doctors and journalists got together after the Biafra War to start a medical humanitarian organization. Two keywords, medical and humanitarian. So we provide medical services in about 60, 65 countries. We have 22 to 25,000 people working across the world. So it's a fairly large organization. Second keyword, humanitarian, and that's very important on several respects. One, we have three operating principles: independence, impartiality, and neutrality. In a very divided world or polarized world, these are very important principles by which you need to operate, and it touches upon some of the points that you kind of earlier mentioned as well. I'll come back a bit later on how you actually operationalize some of these principles. It's not that easy. You know, there is principles, then how you actually practice that, that's the difficult balance that you have to kind of arrive at when you actually do humanitarian work. So we want to be move from a disease-focused kind of operations to more of a people-focused. What does that mean? Very often we have very verticalized, okay, HIV program, malaria program, we do cholera epidemics, etc., but we don't actually treat the human being as a whole and treat underlying nutritional condition, or sometimes there are social issues which affect health. So trying to take that into consideration a bit more. And the other thing is innovation. How do you stay? I mean, we fancy ourselves, and MSF is seen in the medical humanitarian field sometimes as cowboys. People come, they're very reactive, and we sometimes, you're kind enough to give us your ships to kind of access some of these places. How do you stay innovative in an organization that is becoming so big? We are 1 billion euros today. If we keep our current rate of growth, in 10 years we'll be 2 billion euros. How do you stop from being a bureaucracy? People join and work for MSF with very little salary, to kind of provide kind of care to people. So our challenge is, in all of the growth, we have to make decisions. Do we want to grow at all? If so, how do you actually limit growth? Sometimes it's not possible to limit growth. And so these are some of the discussions that we are having at the moment, and which are challenging the organization as well. There are other points that I want to touch on, but I hope it'll come back later.